Okay, we have a rod here made partly of wood, partly rubber, and is perfectly balanced about this pivot here. So what are the forces acting on this rod? There's the weight of the rubber portion, which acts as the CG of the rubber portion. So let me call this WR. There's also the weight of the wooden section, which of course acts as the CG of the wooden section. And let me call this force WW. Of course, there's one more force here, the contact force that the pivot acts on the rod. But because I know I'm going to take moments about the pivot here, so that force will not come into the picture. Okay, so sum of clockwise moments should be equals to sum of anti-clockwise moments. This is the one that exerts a clockwise moment. So WR multiplied with the perpendicular distance to the pivot, which is this length here. So from here to here is 2.1. We know that the CG is 0.5 L from here. That means that this section here, from the pivot to the CG of the rubbery part, is 2.1 minus 0.5, so 1.60 L. So that's our perpendicular distance, which comes here. This is the one that produces the anti-clockwise moments to balance this guy's clockwise moment. So that moment can be calculated as WW times the perpendicular distance. So this is the distance we want, huh? So again, the entire rod is 5L, right? 5L. This, the right portion is 2.10 L. That leaves this portion to be 2.90 L. Again, the CG is at the CG, right? So it's 2L from here to here, which means from here to here is 2.9 minus 2, which gives us 2.9 minus 2, that's a 0.9 L. So this is going to be the weight of the wooden section multiplied by 0.90 L. Okay, this is where the density comes in. So the weight of this thing is of course proportional to your density. So density of rubber is of course proportional to your length. So that's 1 L. And I'm going to write it as like this, huh? Whereas the weight of the wooden section is proportional to the density of wood times the length of this rod, the wooden section here, which is 4L. I'm going to leave it as this. Of course, the weight will actually involve it's actually the density times the length times the cross-sectional area times 9.81, right? The full expression for weight should be mass times G, right? mg, which is rho AL, right? Rho ALG. But then I know that all those terms will appear on both sides. They have the same cross-sectional area, they have the same G, so they'll cancel out anyway. So this is the expression. So what do they want? They want rho R over rho W. So rho R over rho W. Lots of things to cancel. Is there a lot? Yeah, there's the L, there's the L, there's the L, there's the L. So it turns out this ratio is actually 4 with 0.90 here divided by 1.6. So it's actually 3.6 divided by 1.6, which will give you 2.25. Okay, ta-ta!